Hi everybody, how are we doing? Okay, so today is Saturday 19th of January 2013. Hope we're all having a good weekend so far. Brilliant. Okay, so here we are, chapter 30, Haunted Part 5. Okay, remember it's Part 5 because we had Effigy 2 weeks ago, so here's Part 5 of Haunted, and then next week will obviously be chapter 31, which will be Part 6 of Haunted. So we continue on obviously from last week. As you remember, Superman has found out that Bart has been seeing this black flash every time he's using his speed, and it's as if it wants something from Impulse. Okay, what it is we don't know just yet, but I'm sure eventually as time goes on we will get to the bottom of that. First of all, the chapter opens up really well. We're inside Lex's mind. He's talking to Tess, trying to delve into her secrets again, because obviously she's part of his conscience. She's in his head, and he needs to break her psyche, in a sense, and try and find out the secrets of what she's hiding about Superman, who he really is, what he is, all that sort of stuff. And he pretty much is ready to start the procedure, and let's just say that it looks like Tess, well, she may not last very long inside Lex's head. That's all I'm going to say. Then we go back to Star Labs with Dr. Emil Hamilton, and he's with his members of staff, and is discussing a couple of researchers that they're going to well, let's just say that he's got some plans that he is going to discuss with them. Some of them aren't particularly too bothered about the fact that he's called them in whilst they're in the middle of like vacations and all that sort of stuff, that they had other plans for that weekend or for that night. And it is it's a very funny, what the situation that is going on between Emil and the rest of the scientists. One of them even mentions about the apes, but what Emil is actually discussing is one of the particular situations to do with obviously Impulse, his super speed, and obviously they're using Superman to try and catch up with Impulse to find this black flash. And then then there's obviously something to do with Watchtower as well. Then as soon as he mentions the word like theft, suddenly all the scientists run away. And he's like, right, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll take on this particular situation, but it says here, I'll get this one, but I'm still supervising the rest of you. So he's given them two sort of assignments to do. He's going to take on the third one. It really is a funny situation, the way that they all that encounter unfolds. We're back at LexCorp even, and well, someone has broken in into level 3. None other than Lois herself. Gets a phone call from Chloe, and then they have the usual cousin chit chat. She misses Clark. She does actually say that she misses Clark. Bless Lois. And then there's all sorts of things going on there. It's interesting because if you remember sort of what towards the beginning of Haunted, when Lois was actually talking to Lex, and he wrote down on a piece of paper the word help. Well, someone suggested, I can't remember who, but someone, when I did the review of that particular chapter, someone suggested that maybe it's not Lex that wrote the note, maybe it was Tess that wrote the note, but using Lex obviously because he's in his head. And it says it here, where is it? Yeah, back it up. Oh my god, I did find it and I was looking at it and now it's not here, but I think there we go. Boldy's left hand literally didn't know what his right hand was doing. He wrote me a weird note. So it's as if half of Lex was being controlled by Tess, whilst the other half was, Lex was aware of what's happening. But as soon as that note was written and handed to Lois, Lois was like, why is Lex asking me to help him? But someone did suggest that maybe that is why that note was written more for Tess than it is for Lois. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how that one unfolds if we ever get to that stage. Back at Star Labs again, and this is where the speed assessment is going to take place between Impulse and Superman. And a very interesting name tag that I noticed on one of the scientists. Very gorgeous looking blonde as well. But I have to say, I've got to give props to Brian Q. Miller for adding this in, and maybe this is a sign of things to come, who knows. But without giving anything away, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've read this chapter, you know what I'm talking about regarding this name tag of this particular scientist assistant. Yeah, who knows, something interesting could appear, could occur down the line. So Brian, yeah, I see what you did there. Right, so anyway, so as I say, the experiment is between Impulse and Superman, and what they're trying to do here is they've got a couple of treadmills set up, which I thought was quite interesting as well. Another reference there to obviously cosmic treadmill with the Flash and them being able to going back and forth into the future in time. Time travel basically is what they use the cosmic treadmills for. So anyway, the reason for this particular experiment is for Superman to catch up to Impulse's speed to then see the Black Flash. Well, let's just say it works, and it then makes Clark realise that he is going to have to help Bart any way that he can. That's basically what I'm going to say. So, well played out, good ending. Again, this is awesome. I'm really enjoying what we've got here. Okay, and I'm sure you guys are too. So, very unique, very good, solid writing. Artwork is just again brilliant. Cover art obviously by Kat Staggs. We've got George Jimenez, who's doing the inner art, all the artworks within the digital chapters as well. So it's all doing pretty well. So I think it's just going to carry on a lot stronger. And as I say, can't wait to see how it all ends, basically. And I'm sure Chapter 6 next week will be just as awesome. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.